how do you weigh the fortunes of each of these teams? We just mentioned again the Florida Panthers and Matthew Tkachuk, and lighting the lamp as he did, the way that he sent his team over and over and over again home happy against Carolina, and then the Vegas Golden Knights eventually getting past the Stars, seeming to steamroll them early on in that series. How do you break this one down for us, Paul?
I mean, I think it's kind of the mojo of the Florida Panthers, and it's such a fun story that kind of starts with Matthew Tkachuk, and obviously the trade in the off season, and then the stumbling out of the gates, but then the management who took some risks. They stuck with it. They didn't make any trades at the deadline, and Matthew Tkachuk, coming off another team, scored 100 points, and it was just a remarkable season, and he dragged his team into playoffs. Like, he was setting the tone from All-Star break and just doing these ridiculous things, and the whole group gelled together. Everybody's gelling at the perfect time, and they got fortunate to get Alex Lyons' help, who was a rookie goalie who was able to kind of, help them out when Bobrovsky has really struggled to find his game. So they just barely back into playoffs, like on the last game of the year. Pittsburgh lost to like Chicago and Columbus. Like, how does that happen? Crosby, it was insane how they even got in. And even in the midst of that run, Walt Tkachuk, who's Matthew's father, he called them out in Toronto. Like, he did a radio show saying they were playing soft, and they went on this insane run at the end of the year. And it just so happens his son's leading the charge, and then they upset the greatest team ever in the regular season, in Boston Bruins, and it's just like, it's insane. The run that they're on right now is remarkable, and it's all led by him. And I think everybody's really happy for Bobrovsky, because he went to Florida and he made all this money, and he just lost his game kind of, and he'd won 2 Vezinas, and all of a sudden at the perfect time he's found it. And it's kind of all led by another new guy on the team, Paul Maurice, who came over from Winnipeg, and if anybody you ask, an incredible coach who is just so inspiring. Like, it's like any given Sunday, you got to call for that. He's giving speeches like that where the guys just want to run through a wall. So it's kind of this mojo, amazing story against just a juggernaut of a team.
Yeah.
Like, Vegas, I think the smart money would probably lean towards Vegas, and just because of the way they're built, and their center ice is just so strong, and they come at you, where I would say this Stevenson and William Karlsson are 2-line centers on any team in the league. So they're just so strong down the middle, and they have this original Misfits crew who was there from the beginning, like Marchessault, Karlsson. So there's like 6 guys from the original Cup team, and the management is just smart enough to keep those guys. And it just so happens, like, Karlsson's got 10 goals right now. Marchessault's got 9 goals in the last 10 games. So the original Misfits, along with all the bold moves that Vegas has made, has found a way to, like, build a beast. And so it's whether you want it's the mojo against the original Misfits with this added bonus of Jack Eichel, Pietrangelo. They went out and signed some big boys. They went and got Mark Stone, one of the best 200-foot game players. So I don't know if you love this feel-good story or you think the smart money's on Vegas, but I think it's going to be just an incredible final with 2 non-traditional teams. I'm going towards Florida. I think that the story is just too good. Matthew Tkachuk, these guys they're following him. It's a great American hockey story, and his old man should be in the Hall of Fame. By the way, he scored 500 goals.
Okay, so you're leaning.
That was a long ramble,
No, it's
but
great.
I hope I gave it all.
No, you did. You also mentioned the 4-letter word for Buffalo Sabres fans, which is Jack. That's the that's the 4-letter word.
They should both be happy. They're both in great spots right now.
Oh, really? Because my guy, who is the coordinating producer of this show, the great Mike Hoskins, I think he would disagree, as he's staring at another year of not making the playoffs. But he's still happy, though.
I think it's the longest. I think it's the longest record in NHL history for playoff drought. But saying that, they got an incredible young goalie in this Levi kid.
Okay.
With a great top 4 defense, young top 4 defense. And they got a lot of good pieces up front, led by Tage Thompson. So they're sitting pretty for the next 6-7 years.
He's happy. He's happy, but he's also spiteful. It's okay, Paul. But that's hockey.
Okay, so
it's okay.
So he's one of those guys who still chirps Eichel on Twitter.
Yeah, no, he says he doesn't, but I think he does.
He's got a burner, Trippin Eichel, during the cup run.
He's got a burner. Yeah, he does. My guy's got a burner. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.